Mother, Father, Goddess, God, all the universe listening, all the children of earth of all ages, female and male, listening to this broadcast, and those who are not able to see and hear it at this moment, but on whose behalf we offer this broadcast. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us the marvelous and miraculous budding flowers in water. We have with us the milk of human kindness that we drink on behalf of everyone, all our family, our community. We have with us a glass of water in a cup that symbolizes the balance of the stars and the earths and the moons in the universe, our earth, and the balance of our sun and our moon, in the daytime and in the night, all in balance, and therefore a living planet with water, necessary in interaction with life and the gravitational pull of the impact of the sun and the moon to create our oceans, our rivers, our rain, all our water that is necessary for love and life on our planet. We drink on behalf of everyone that we all may have abundant water and not be brought into horror by global warming. We have with us a bowl of living fruits and vegetables of all rainbow color. We have the three sisters. We have with us corn, maize, we have beans, and we have squash, and we have a rainbow of fruit, apples, and red and green, and oranges, and we have with us white chocolate wrapped in gold, so to symbolize the sweetness of the world that we can savor together as soon as we adopt the new millennial golden rule. Let's start fresh. Let's start a new millennia beyond patriarchy, of reparative balance of gender, and without false hierarchy that we have all become accustomed to habitually. And let's rise and become risen, COSAVE, to save our planet and one another. These are my most beloved family, and I am here on their behalf, as they are, as was my predecessor Mariam of Magdalla, and Jesus's, my great ancestral cousina and cousins family. They were not quite ready to become risen, but in this generation, I, acting on behalf especially of Mariam of Magdalla and all her cousinas and sisters and brothers and cousins, am rising on their behalf and on behalf of all these people, which is everyone on earth, because the human family tree is completely interconnected. Everyone on earth is at most, and this is verified by all anthropology, at most 50th cousin to cousina and cousin to everyone else. And among closely knit heritages, usually within your heritage, you are at most 4th or 5th cousina and cousin to everyone within the heritage and geographical grouping and migration pattern. However, there's been a lot of intermingling, and so it's most important to realize you're a close cousin, somewhere between 4th and 5th and 50th to everyone that you meet, that everyone you've ever known. We really are one family community. These are my most precious family and community. Hugs and love to all, both, and each. I want to get the attention of my most beloved family and community and those all around the world to adopt the new millennial golden rule, to form circles, especially starting with women and young people under age 37, to start the new millennia, to make decisions in their local global communities, their neighborhoods, and in connection with their extended family, that protect the human family and protect our planet. Each community operating in consort without hierarchy, with all on earth. And these are the most precious to me, the great and grandchildren of, and this is the week of the ceremonies in honor of the Devi in the Indus and Indus-related people of our world, the Hindus and other related religions and faiths celebrate the great mother, Diva, the mother of all, the mother of the universe, the mother of the world, the mother of all mothers, the mother of all sisters and daughters and children, female and male, the mother of all boys and men and fathers, the mother goddess that is especially expressing herself on earth in humanity in the nurturing and connecting abilities of females when they are not overly wounded by patriarchy, and in that aspect of males that receives that and understand its importance. Females on our earth have 10 times the estrogen that males do, and males have 10 times the testosterone that females do, and that is nevertheless a reality that is accompanied by the fact that females also do have testosterone and males also do have estrogen, and substantial amounts of the reciprocal hormone. We are a creature that the community and family needs to understand balance and interactive balance and learning from one another in order to bring forth our best rainbow of gifts. And so in honor of the great and grandchildren and of all of the great and grandmothers, and we'll give you a little bit of sound of some of their names in the traditional heritage of Hinduism in a moment, but especially in honor of those related to Harriet and Ray, and Antoinette and Marie and Rose, and many, many others, and Clara, the sisters, the cousines of these women. These children, the one whose name means ever young, flow of love and life, the one whose names mean, and taken together, love is, and daughter of Venus, the goddess of love, and butterfly, the one whose name means star or myrtle flower, Astara, Hadass, the one whose name means resurrection, Anastasia, the one whose name means, and that's in Greek, and the one whose name means Riszen, and again the one whose name means love is, especially beloved to me, and the one whose name means ever flow, ever young flow. These people mean everything to me. They gave me the light. Their heritage gave me the light. Their great and grandmothers gave me their light and are entirely supported through me by the great and grandfathers. And these are the budding flowers of our family. However, they are in trouble because they have internalized patriarchy They don't understand how their daily interaction with that pattern is endangering not only them, but their whole region and their whole world. This is a very Sodom and Gomorrah-like moment coming up. We have been predicting a major earthquake, especially likely to be located in the heartland at the New Madrid Fault. If the people of these families and this world, together as family, do not understand that the day of patriarchy is over as a decision-making process, and as long as we cling to it, we are in imminent danger. You know, an avalanche can happen in a moment. A mountain can look perfectly still and stable, and then all of a sudden, a moment later, the whole mountain comes down. That is the situation that we are in. Any moment is a moment of danger because we are on unstable pattern of patriarchy long past its viability on this planet. Its viability ended many, really hundreds of years ago, and we have all the wars and illness to prove that. But it became completely threatening to the life of this entire planet around the 1940s. And it is again completely threatening the life of the planet now. So we must adopt the New Millennial Golden Rule. Now you can call into this broadcast. We want to welcome especially women and young people under age 37 to start. We say they are our true first COSAVE Ra. And it doesn't matter if you're calling from a homeless shelter or a penthouse. You're equally important here. And we also want to say that you can call in. The number is 213-416-1560, and the access code is 877-907-160. And pray for these people with me, those who are you listening. Pray for them, because if anything happens to them, there will be a series of interactive failures that affect their whole region, North America, and the whole world. It will be a terrible earthquake, and it will have ripple effects that affect everyone. We are on the verge of this. Please pray for these people with me. I love them with all my heart and am at a loss, as I know MarIamMa of Magdalla and Jesus were at a loss at times, as to how to get their entire family and their town and their neighbors and all the people to heed their wisdom, that female and male are equal and nationalities are equal within anointedness, which is what the word Christ means, in the eyes of the Mother, Father, Goddess, God. So pray with me. Please, Mother, Father, Goddess, God, protect these children. Hear me beyond the reaches of my voice to them. Let them learn in some way through the molecules of the air that I am praying for them, that I love them, that I am not letting them go, even if they feel that I'm not making good contact with them in the way that I understand. They're used to being spoiled. They need to take some steps forward, some baby steps. Help them through our prayers to take the baby steps before their time runs out, and help me to navigate the balance of yang and yin and yang that these particular people need to grow again, and so to protect our planet, because these people precious to me are precious, I know, uniquely to the Mother, Father, Goddess, God, as I am. We have an unusual genealogical heritage that binds together all the heritages of the world, ancient and modern. So we are important, but actually every person is. We're all leaves on the same tree of love and life, and every person has the ability to save the world if we adopt the new millennial golden rule and carries that forth. I believe every person has that within. Just as a garden with many trees has many, many leaves, and they all have seeds, and they can all plant the seed. I am what you call right now the backup plan. The original plan was to raise up my entire family somewhere between the 1970s, the late 1970s, and the year 2000. But I, like my predecessors, MarIamMa of Magdalla and Jesus, slightly failed. I got the big message out to many, but I didn't get the process right. That's a very complicated thing to do in a society that's already patriarchal, because everybody's already reacting in the wrong direction. This has gotten very, very bad and very, very much worse in North America, where the women have become masculinized, but the men have not become more balanced. So the whole culture has tilted to the yang in an extreme way, and it was already yang. So it's very yang, and it's having that impact on the whole planet. So if you want to look at the new millennial golden rule so that you can learn it and share it with everybody that you know and love and will come to love, we hope, and pray, go to 5050now.wordpress.com, and you'll see toward the top of the selections the new millennial golden rule. 5 pillars to save the world. And the 5 pillars are simple. The Panchayat Raj of India, already part of the Constitution of India, made the way of every neighborhood on earth. It requires that every village of India have decision-making that is 50% female, 50% male, and all the minorities in the village or area are fully represented. And of course, it's a small area for the basis of decision-making, so no money is involved in the selection. There is a simple process of graduating the people who participate in this level of government into more wide levels of jurisdiction, but actually with our interconnected internet, even that is barely needed anymore. The village is the most important unit, or the neighborhood is the most important unit of decision making. The technologies and ways of sustaining ourselves with love on this planet are available to everyone. So that is the first pillar. The second pillar is the genuine progress indicator, a shift away from the gross domestic product. It is already in use as the basis of economic forecasting and understanding of the current state's wealth in the jurisdiction called Maryland in the United States. I also call it MarIamMa land. So we understand that the name of Mary that we associate with Mary of Magdalla and Mary of Nazareth was actually MarIamMa, and that was how they were spoken of in their lifetimes, MarIamMa, and that they were descendants of MarIamMa of the Exodus, who was herself a descendant of my namesake Rachel, and I am the French version of Rachel, Rachel, with a J inserted to connect us to the Hindus and to the greater often common name of the deity, Yah, and also the ELLE to say that we move back and forth in time. With the Semitic name of the name, well, it's actually in many cultures, the name of the deity process is called El, and that moves back and forth in time. We have to be able to think backwards, presently, and forwards, and shift in our thinking among the different time periods to understand that we are reincarnating people from the past, and we are also forecasting people of the future, even as we live, if we get it right. So I believe my incarnation was presaged by Majel Barrett and Gene Roddenberry's creation, the Star Trek series, I am T'Pau, which means the power. and the power of love and logic together. That's what that means. Tipao, the power. We have to use our logic. So those are the first two pillars, and we have to use our love and our logic, and we have to know the third pillar is the circle process, which is the one that I invite you to gather here with. Gather with your casinas that you know of, be they friends, colleagues, neighbors, and then gather and invite people from around the world who are also your casinas to gather. And then also the young men too. So it's casinas of all ages and young cousins under age 37 to start. And we invite the older men to listen and to understand what the female and the young are struggling with in this world. And then understand how older men can be of service to them, to their whole planet, and to themselves. If everyone heeds this call to the circle and circles, local and global, to learn the new millennial golden rule, then we will all increase our human lifespans many, many times over. We will probably live several hundred to 1,000 years. We will have the ability to travel back and forth amongst this and other living planets using the stargates. And this is all not just science fiction, it's science fact. And we will, of course, therefore have found the fountain of youth. People will be eternally, essentially young. And each generation will simply have as its task to explore further and connect more of this bountiful universe. This is logic as well as love. This is love as well as logic. So the fourth pillar is you and you and you and you and you and you, especially females and young people under age 37, female and male, to spread the word of the new millennial golden rule and enact it in your communities. And the fifth pillar is the ever-present Mother, Father, Goddess, God. We are especially attentive to the mother aspect because she has been mostly forgotten by Western and even much of Asian and Eastern societies for thousands of years. And so it is important to particularly remind ourselves of the mother aspect, the female, that aspect, the estrogen-related aspect that appears especially in women and girls, but also is in young men and boys, and to some extent even in older men. So now this is the holiday period right now of the ceremonies in the Indus region, and people related and knowledgeable about their ceremonies for the Devi Mother. They ring bells. We've already shared the fruit and the vegetables that we do to remember them in what they're doing in worshiping the Devi, the Mother. And here is the sound of a very beautiful available YouTube offering that some very smart people by the name of Holistic Healing made available to everyone in the world, and I'm playing it here. These are the names of the mother, including our mothers: Harriet, Ray, Rose, Clara, Antoinette, Marie, and many, many, many more. Lillian, Adele, many, many, many more. Dorothy, many, many, many more. And all the mothers who are with us right now, and all their children, female and male, who are all beloved by the mother. We hope that our family can hear this. We hope they will hear this and understand that they're very beloved and they're being looked out for and prayed for.
विग्रहं माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत्तानायकशेखरम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहा पाणिभ्यामणिपूर्णचषकं रक्तोपलं बिभ्रति सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परमाम्बिका
Thank you, Mother, for all of your blessings on this planet. Help us to know your presence. Whether you are stern with us or gentle as is your usual path, let us resurrect you in our hearts.
महालक्ष्मी मृडप्रिया महारूपा महापूज्या महापातकनाशिनी महामाया महासत्त्व महाशक्ति महारथी महाभोगा महेश्वर्या महावीर्या महाबला महाबुद्धि महासिद्धि महायोगेश्वरेश्वरी
Maha means mother.
महामन्त्रा महायन्त्रा महासना महायागक्रमाराध्या ॐ महाभैरवपूजिता महेश्वर महाकल्पक महाताण्डवसाक्षिणी महाकामेशमहिषी महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी चतुष्षष्टि उपचाराढ्या चतुष्षष्टि कलामयी महाचतुष्षष्टि कोटि योगिनी गणसेविता
We bless all the mothers that have ever lived, the ones who are still with us, and their daughters, and their cousinas, and their sisters. You're all the mothers of humankind. We have the estrogen. Our task is enormous. Please assist us, Mother, Father, Goddess, God, in this task.
ज्ञानमुद्रा ज्ञानगम्या ज्ञानज्ञेयस्वरूपिणी योनिमुद्रा त्रिकण्डेशे त्रिगुणा अम्बा त्रिकोणभावा अनघा अद्भुतचारित्र वाजितार्थप्रदायिनी ॐ अभ्यासादिशमलानाद्या षड्वातीतपूर्णमानस अभ्याजकर्मणमोष्टि अज्ञानकान्तदेविका दशमुद्भावाशोपविदिता त्रिपुरा सर्वानुलभ्य शासना श्रीचक्रराजनिकेतना श्रीमत्त्रिपुरसुन्दरी श्री शिवा शिवशक्तिकरूपिणी ललिताम्बिका श्री शिवा शिवशक्तिकरूपिणी ललिताम्बिका श्री शिवा शिवशक्तिकरूपिणी ललिताम्बिका
Let us have compassion on those women who do not understand the value of the mother within. Let us have compassion on those men who do not understand the value of the mother within their women and their daughters and in their young sons and even within themselves. Let us have compassion, and let us have compassion sometimes having the face of courage and confrontation, because we have a culture that has forgotten this. The Native Americans spoke of Mother Earth, Father Sky. The Hindus speak of Purusha Prakriti. The the Hebrews and the Aramaic cultures speak of Shekinah and Keter. The Christians speak of Sophia and Christ. There are words for the mother and father aspect of our universe. Obviously, the Chinese speak of yin and yang. There are words that unite the human family in understanding that it must be a balance. And right now, the balance is off. And we take for granted the mother to the point we do not hear her. She's earthquaking. She's creating great hurricanes. And we still are not listening to her. She's been jumping up and down to get our attention. And we still are not listening to her. She has no choice but to begin to withdraw some of her fruits to get our attention. She doesn't like to do this. It goes against her universal nature. Her universal nature is bounty. She does not like to separate herself from her children. But if her children will not listen to her presence, when it is made easily available to them, she doesn't know what else to do. And she wants to protect her children, each and every one of them. And especially I want to protect those known to me, of course. I don't feel that any of these people are beyond redemption. I don't feel that anyone on earth is ever beyond redemption. And I ask the Mother, Father, Goddess, God to extend the period of time for learning and enlightenment through the new millennial golden rule to everyone who knows me and everyone who comes in contact with it, and that means eventually everyone. And I ask the Mother, Father, Goddess, God to find some way to bring back those who we have lost in this time period. Precious, precious people. Because of our failure to rise, my failure in part, to become risen earlier, to know fully what my life task was. I am very much like the character Sophie in the Da Vinci Code. I'm a good person. I was always a good person. I was never not a good person. However, I didn't know what my life task was. I didn't know how much responsibility I had for everyone. And I also didn't understand the process well enough to know that I shouldn't have put marriage or having my own baby or anything like that, or finishing my college degree or anything like that, conventional goals in front of the greater goal, which would have been always to be the full Redeemer with everyone else of humankind, a kosher sevira, with everyone. A truly cosmic, interconnected MarIamMa Sophia Christ figure in connection with this aspect of everyone. I didn't know enough, like the Sophie character in the Da Vinci Code. And unlike her, who had a mentor in the book, my mentor turned out to be the combination of the memories of my mother, the visions and imagination I have about my grandmothers, the knowledge of my sister, the knowledge of other women I have known, and children of all ages, and the internet, from which I was able to get enough logical basis for understanding this, to know that I have to be T'Pau. I have to be the power of love and logic together, because our society is missing that power and I have to be it, and I have to help other people to become that via the new millennial golden rule. So these are the most precious children in the world to me. We give them loves and hugs for all, both and each and every one. We have with us the beautiful, marvelous, miraculous, flowers in water. You saw earlier, we have the rainbow colors. We have, of course, the milk of human kindness. We'll drink again. And water, which you saw earlier. We have given the names of the mother again for you. We have other versions of doing that. Our decisions are simple. That every community on earth appreciate that everyone in it is Kazina and cousin, and love one another as sister and brother, because that's what Kazina and cousin means, to be sisters and brothers of sisters and brothers. That we are the children of sisters and brothers, and we are ourselves sisters and brothers. So it's all sisterhood and brotherhood in every neighborhood. And then connect ourselves to the ultimate power source, which is renewable, the sun, and solar energy, and wind energy, and renewable energy, and understand that love is the ultimate and unceasing renewable energy, the most formidable and the most powerful one, as Teilhard de Chardin said. And to bring that forth within one another and ourselves. So we give hugs and love to all, both, and each. We will clarify to them our slight stepping away today, because when the mother is taken for granted, no one hears her voice. And so we have to do something to get our children's attention. And we say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. We want to give sugar, a white chocolate pill in the new millennial golden rule to make it easy for the human family to learn a new paradigm that is sustainable and will bring everyone abundant youth and plenty, and without scarcity of water and food, and also our interconnection and possibly reconnection with other living planets. This is our prayer. I should also mention that this broadcast is coming to you from the same area of the world where the first television broadcast was made. And although not too many people know the name of the broadcaster, whose name actually had the word kin embedded in it, and the word yeah embedded in it, but also the name of his wife. Her name was Grace Love. We have to reclaim our broadcasts out of the hands of a sociopathic and confused, often because they were only raised by nannies and didn't know the love of their own mothers, 1%. And reclaim our ability to speak to one another as a global community without boundaries, or our planet will die. So we have a very simple choice to make. No one is above this choice. It doesn't matter what the title is or how many tanks or nuclear bombs they have. No one is above this choice anymore. It's very simple. We either adopt and live by the new millennial golden rule and make it possible for people to do that, or we die. And we die horribly, most likely. So let us say we believe the mother will protect her children if we continue to act upon her as intercessory for them and on their behalf. And we do so. You've heard the names of these beautiful children that I know, some of them, and you know your own families and neighbors. You know those beautiful children and your colleagues. Pray and act enact the new millennial golden rule, and come join us. We hold these conferences in honor of MarIamMa of Magdalla, and especially every Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays and Fridays at various times of the day. You can read it at 5050now.wordpress.com, and actually we hold them every day, twice a day, for various purposes, local and global, that those who know us already know about. So we thank you for joining us if you have. If you haven't joined us, we pray for you. The mother loves you and the father loves you, and they work together. And the father of time, it was not a sexist. It is all about human re-evolution. We are meant to be something more than a planet of the apes. We are meant to ascend into a more beautiful, marvelous, and miraculous, fuller humanity that is fully loving, empathic, and logical, intuitive, and gifted, and free of moneyism, nationalism, all manner of false hierarchy, classism, racism, and especially genderism, the biggest bugaboo on the whole of the planet. We thank you for listening. I have these people in my heart. Mother, Father, Goddess, God knows this. I hope they know this and are not confused. And you, all of us, we are the budding flowers, the budding, marvelous, miraculous flowers, and the one that means so much to me, the ones that mean so much to me are symbolized in these flowers, which are fresh, and the water, which is kept renewed. So, that's our broadcast for today. Hugs and love to all, both and each. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Every blessing. Our women, our children. Amen.